What is good, y'all? Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Podcast episode 115. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Monday. I'm off work, so I'm chilling, baby. Just hit the gym. Sorry, I know the audio is probably going to be a little bumpy. I'm in the car and I'm driving, and I know I said I didn't like to shoot the episodes like this, but it is what it is, baby. And also, man, sorry for wearing this damn hoodie again. I feel like I wear this fucking hoodie almost every time. It's my gym hoodie, so just left the gym, so yeah, man, gotta get rid of this old green hoodie. But it's festive, baby, you know. Man, shoo, Merry Christmas, baby. Sorry, my brain is a little twisted. Just got cooked in the sauna for about 30 minutes. So, but yeah, man, Merry Christmas. Hope everyone's having a good day and a good holiday so far. We got a few more days until Christmas. It's pretty wild, man. I feel like it's kind of just came up on us real quick, and you know, it's funny, man. We got our Christmas shopping done maybe a couple weeks ago, but just feels like it just never ends. You're just like, damn, did we get enough? Who else we gotta buy for? What else we gotta get, you know? And it's just tis the season, you know? But it's all good. It's gonna be a special holiday, and you know, I'm just thankful to even have people in my life to buy gifts for, you know? I'm thankful to be able to have money to spend on people, and you know, I know that you know, it gets a little tough financially around this time of year, but you know, I believe in a God that provides abundance, and I think that God will cover it, you know. So maybe I'm naive in thinking that, but it is what it is. That's what I believe. So yeah, man, we family and I hit the Festival of Lights at the Cincinnati Zoo last night. It was cool, man. We usually Festival of Lights, if you're from Cincinnati, you know how busy it gets, especially the closer that you get to the holiday. But last night wasn't too bad, man. We kind of went a little bit later in the evening, and that sort of helped. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, man. It was pretty chill. Got to spend some time with the fam, wifey and our daughter, and it was cool, man. It's always real pretty there, and you know, if you've never been to the Festival of Lights, you definitely got to check it out. But it's a pretty big tradition in my family, and they got a massive Christmas tree as soon as you walk in, and I'm pretty sure that every year that Madison and I have been together, we've taken a picture next to that tree. You know, ever since we were kids, so it's pretty cool, man. It's definitely a big tradition for us, and to be able to now spend the tradition with our daughter and just create even more memories, it's just something special. And you know, it's always been special, but it's just that much more special now that we get to spend it with her. So yeah, man, it's always cool to hear the traditions that people have in their families. That, you know, that's just one of ours. You know, we try to come up with new ones, but that's definitely one that's stuck with us over the years. Yeah, man. We got a busy week ahead of us, though, I'll tell you that. I'm off until Friday, so I'm just kind of getting those last minute chores done before the holiday, and just trying to take care of myself as well. So bringing in the new year. It's coming quick, baby. Coming quick. Got what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks left of 2025. Kind of feels a little unreal, to be honest with you. Just feels like this year is just literally just grew wings and flew away, you know? But it's all good, baby. We just we try to be present when we can and just do the best that we can with the time that we got. And it's not always going to be perfect, but you know, I think as long as we do the best we can, that's all we really can do. So I'll take it. I'll take a quick year if it means I, you know, made memories with my family, got some stuff done that I wanted to get done, hit some goals, and just grew a little bit more wiser, I guess. I'll take it. Yeah, man. You know, one thing that's I guess I wanted to talk about that's kind of been on my mind recently is just you know, when you got something on your mind that's kind of been eating at you, whether it's, you know, a family thing or a friend thing or whatever, it's very, very important to not just try to let it go, you know, like, it's cool, I'll forget about it, and even though it's bugging you and it, you know, you're thinking about it constantly. I just think it's important to not just throw it out the window, you know, it'll blow over. I think it's important sometimes I say that because there's always different cases and situations, but most of the time you need to address whatever feelings or issues you have with your friends and family as they come, right then and there. One, because it sets a boundary of, hey, you hurt my feelings or I hurt your feelings, and we need to fix it right away. So that way, in the future, when somebody's feelings get hurt, we already know how we're going to handle it. We already know how the situation is going to be handled. But I think also, by addressing the situation head on with the person that you love, it also relays that person to that person that you love them and that you care about them and that you're willing to face a difficult situation or conversation with them because of how much you love them. And I'm a firm believer that, you know, if you just let things fly by and you try to ignore it, it's like, does that person really mean that much to you that you can't even face a difficult conversation with them? And it doesn't have to be an argument. It doesn't have to be a battle. It doesn't have to be a war. Sometimes it does. But I think if you handle it with dignity and respect, mutual respect and love, you can get through anything. You know? And they say communication is key. You know, especially in a marriage or a relationship with a spouse. But I'm a firm believer that communication is key with anybody, you know? Anybody that might be, you know, causing you some stress in your life. And it doesn't even have to be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be anybody. But by trying to ignore it, you're just dismissing your own feelings, and you're actually disrespecting your own feelings and yourself. And especially as we get to the new year, that's one thing that I'm trying to work on myself, is just honoring my feelings. And it's not an ego thing. It's I respect myself enough to come to this person, tell them how they're making me feel. And maybe I'm making them feel a certain way. And it's just, I respect myself enough to try to gain more clarity on the stress points in my life. You know? And maybe I'm part of the problem. Maybe I'm overlooking things that I'm doing that's hurting that person, therefore causing them to hurt me. And I'm not above myself to try to dismiss somebody else's feelings and try to act like, I'm Mr. Perfect or anything like that. But I think it's important to be vocal about your feelings, When you're feeling a certain way, you need to address it. You need to address it. It's your responsibility as an adult, as a growing human, to communicate. And like I said, it doesn't have to be an argument. Sometimes it does have to get there. And if that other person on the other end can't take your communication with the same dignity and respect that you're giving them, then that's on them. Then you kind of know, like, okay, this person doesn't think the same about me that I think about them. Therefore, I need to know. Therefore, I have a decision to make. Do I want to continue to let them be a stressor in my life by continuing to allow them in my life? Or do I cut them off? Or distance them? And, that's one thing I'm really honing in on as we go into 2026, because there's been relationships, long-term relationships in my life that up until this point, I maybe haven't addressed my feelings completely. And it actually does everybody a disservice by me not being vocal. So I want to make sure that going into the new year and going forward in life, not just with the new year, but just in life in general, that I'm being more vocal about my feelings and how people make me feel. And if they hurt my feelings, we have to have a conversation about that. We have to, because I respect myself enough to give myself that clarity, or to seek out that clarity from the person that is clouding it. Sometimes it's my own overthinking, and if it is, I want that person to kind of clear it up enough for me to have a better understanding, if that makes any sense. Maybe I'm rambling, maybe I'm not, but that's just kind of how I feel. And I do all that to say, I want stronger relationships in my life. Stronger friendships, stronger family relationships, stronger coworker relationships. Because if I'm so focused on trying to better myself, getting stronger physically, mentally, financially, everything, emotionally, I can't ignore difficult conversations with the people that I love. I can't. So, this is kind of more of a vow to myself as I go into the new year, but I thought maybe it might help somebody. And if you're a friend or family member that feels like you and I need to have a conversation, please reach out. Please do, because I don't want to keep running from difficult situations. We need to tackle it head on and face it and become stronger together, So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. I'll leave it at that. But outside of that, man, I'm just enjoying the holidays, just enjoying being around my family, just trying to soak up the buzz, the Christmas buzz. And I'm excited, baby. I'm excited to be able to spend the holidays together with my family and the people that I love the most. So I'll leave it at that. Hope you guys have a good Monday. If we don't talk soon, at least if we don't talk the rest of this week, I'll definitely try to chime in before the new year. But yeah, man, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And if we don't talk, have a good Christmas. And yeah, much love. Peace.